What is up, you guys? Today I am back with my updated law list for OP15. So this is after the rotation, and I gotta say, I just really love this deck. It has so much fast, aggressive plays that you can make, and because of the uniqueness of your leader's effect, you actually have a lot of ways to get around stally decks like Foxy, which I was actually up against in the TCG Weekly. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it. We are watching a replay on duelvoyager.com. It's an amazing site, guys. You should definitely check it out. But I played down my 1-cost Luffy and I searched the X-Drake. So I have a good 5 Dawn play where I'll be able to put his 7,000 power onto somebody else. And my opponent also has a really good play. Right away, they're playing down Porsche. It's fantastic because not only do they just get to replace the card in their hand, they also are able to quickly build up their Foxy pirate cards. Now, back on my turn, I draw a Zoro, so I now also have a 7 Dawn play, so I'm happy about that. I'll just attack their leader, and then I will play down my Basil Hawkins. They actually got a Noro Beam Sword to use their trigger and gain an extra Dawn card, so it's actually really helpful for them. They're able to ramp faster than I was expecting them to be able to. So now they have 5 Dawn already. They throw down the Porsche to be able to grab an 8-cost Foxy, and then they throw down the Itadamitsu and they get an extra Rested Dawn card. Now they're just attacking me, and I'm definitely going to take this, and I also have a 9 Dawn play. So my next few turns are basically set out for me. I know exactly what I'll be doing. So the first things first, I'm going to attack my opponent and just make them discard before I play down the X-Drake, and then use my leader's effect to put it onto Basil Hawkins, and I attack 7 into life. Now I chose Basil Hawkins because he has an on-KO effect, so my opponent won't really want to attack into him, and if he does, then hopefully I'll just be able to replace him right away. Now they take the life card, which I was pretty happy about, and then they are going to attack me right away as well. So I decided to save my life here because I was worried about him playing down his Foxies and then just attacking my life a ton. But I definitely should have started taking life cards here, just so I had more cards in my hand to help counter out with, to help keep my bigger bodies on the field. So once he throws down his Foxy, he attacks, and I counter again, which I still think is definitely wrong. I should have just been taking at least one of these life cards, but I was worried about these Foxies, even though he's going to be targeting my board, so I should have been focused on, rather than just discarding them all right away. So now he uses his effects to gain some extra Dawn. And then back over to me, I draw a Divine Departure, so now I have a counter event if I need to, but I can also pop one of his cards if I really want to instead. And so basically it's going to be the same thing as last turn, although I'm throwing down the Zoro this turn, so I get my attacks out of the way, then throw my Zoro down, attack with him, and then make him take it after discarding a few cards in his hand. So I felt like he was in a pretty tough position, already being at 2 life cards, although he is going into his 10 Dawn turn, so we'll see what he ends up doing. But then I use my leader's effect to give my Hawkins 8,000 power again and attack him, and he is able to counter out of this one, but now he just has 3 cards in his hand, so it's looking pretty good for me already. Now, back over to him. Definitely his best play is going to be playing down his 8-cost Foxy, which he does, and he's able to draw 2 cards, and then he rests my Luffy. So now he just starts attacking over my characters, and I'm defending as well as I can, but I actually don't have any counters, so I have to let this one go, unfortunately, which is definitely why it was a misplay earlier that I was defending my life when I still had 4 life. I should have known I was fine, and it came back to bite me here. Now he uses his leader's effect to freeze my leader and my Zoro, and then using his effects to get back Dawn cards, he does end up attacking over my Basil Hawkins. So I am really just hoping that I hit here, and I only saw one option in my deck, and luckily it was an Urouge, which I think is one of the best ones for sure, because not only can he pop one of his small characters, he also draws me a card every turn, and that is what's so important about this guy, because as you can see, I really don't have any cards in my hand, and that can happen to you sometimes, especially later in the game, so it's important to have him on the field, helping you draw a card every single turn to really keep your hand size up. But back over to me, I draw a 2k counter. I was very happy to see that, but no matter what, I'm still dropping this 9-cost Law this turn, so my Zoro and my leader are both rested still, so I attack with my 9-cost Law, and I make him take the life card, and then I switch over the power, and I'm able to attack again, popping the Edo. In hindsight, I probably should have popped the Porsche, because it really didn't matter. He already had enough cards to be able to give himself done, but the Edo's off the field, and I drew a card, and I made him take his last life card. So I'm really thinking that I'll have enough firepower for the next turn, especially with this 4-cost Kid and Killer in my hand, to be able to finish it off. And I'm just really hoping he doesn't drop a blocker, because I don't know if I'll be able to punch through after popping it with Divine Departure, because he does have a ton of cards in his hand, and I assumed he didn't have as many bricks as he actually does. So he does attack over my Urouge, and then he attacks me with his 8-cost Foxy after lowering my Zoro by 8,000 power. So I just have to let it go, and then he attacks into my Law, and I'll counter just to save it, just to keep it on the field. And then he attacks with his leader, putting 3 down back to freeze both my leader and my character, and then attacks me one more time. I'll just take it, and then he throws down the chopper, and he kept 2 Dawn cards as active. So I knew that he had some extra counter events in his hand, so I was pretty worried now, and I really didn't think I had it in me, because he has a lot of field presence at this point, and I don't think I have the firepower with basically only one rush character that I can throw down. So after he does his Dawn shenanigans, he passes it over to me, and I draw another Kid and Killer, and I was wondering if I should attack with both of them, or if I should just pop this chopper and go for it. And I did end up thinking that that was the better play to do, because he would be at 12,000 power, and I felt like that might just be enough. So I used my leader's effect, swap his attack over after popping that chopper, so it's 12,000 into life, and he goes up to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that was really close, actually. I thought that he definitely had it, because I wasn't expecting the slow beam sword again. I was thinking he might have a different counter event, and most counter events boost by 3 or 4k. So I was thinking 2 2ks plus a 4k. He's easily surviving that, but I still had to go for it, and it paid off. I was really happy to win this one, because Foxy is just such an annoying deck, and it feels like it just keeps getting stronger. So here is my deck. It feels pretty simple. You just have a bunch of 1-cost characters you want to drop immediately, and going first, in my opinion, is definitely best, because it gives you some really clean turns. But even if you do go second, it's perfectly fine, because you have cards like the 4-cost Kid, and also just having that extra Dawn card can be helpful, so you can just throw down a 1-cost character, or just put extra pressure on your opponent with your leader. It's all perfectly fine. And basically on your 5 Dawn turn, you're either looking for this Kid or for X-Drake, because you want to be able to put the power onto one of your smaller characters. And obviously X-Drake has 7,000, so it's really nice, but Kid is a blocker, so that's really helpful too. And then once you hit your 7 Dawn turn, you really do want to see a Zoro. He's just really good, able to lower your opponent's power as well, so it helps you get over annoying characters. And then hopefully by your 9 Dawn turn or 10 Dawn turn, you'll see your Law, and he is pretty sticky. Your opponent often just won't be able to attack over him, and then on following turns, you can drop things like Cavendish to instantly just gain Rush that turn and gain a whole buttload of power, or you can play the Kid and Killer, which I also really like as a late game option, because he just gets Rush plus 2,000 power, and you can combo him with a blocker or keep a Dawn active for a counter event as well. So it doesn't feel like you just need to keep dropping big bodies once you hit the late game every single time. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. I left the list in the description of the video, and I also left a link to this great new website called duelvoyager.com. This is where you can watch and save replays, and also the deck building is so much easier in my opinion. Plus, since it's a website, it's so much easier to deck build wherever you are, and it's also easier to share deck lists too. If you ever want to play against me, or if you want a taste of competitive action in an online tournament, I host one every week in my Discord, so I link that in the description as well. Go ahead and join. We just love to see you there. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.